Folks, Carl here again from the AAEC forum. Richo71 is the avatar. Review time again, folks. The one I'm bringing to you today is a rebuildable tank atomizer. This was given to me courtesy of elegantvapour.co.uk. Cheers Phil and Maz, thanks for that, mate. Brilliant shop, just local to me. Just floats my boat every time I go up there. Loads of stuff in, clones and all sorts of stuff, but yeah, it's really right up my street. Thanks again, guys, for this. Paulie Meatballs has done a really good high def review of this. I'm going to give you my take on it, and it's the Smok RSBT hybrid rebuildable tank atomizer. Packaging very nice, leatherette style box. Really good packaging from Smok. Authenticity label, hologram with a scratch and check. Reveal thing code, so you can look, see if it's an authentic atomizer on the website. Take the cover off and you're greeted with that. Now we'll just take that out for the time being because there's other bits and pieces. It's like a velvety styrofoam it's in. It's really nice packaging. Really nice. And underneath you've got a pull-out card, and underneath there you have a small Phillips head screwdriver and a spares pack where it's got O-rings, spare screws, a couple of spare like gold pin springs, camphor wire, the usual stuff. So I'll just put them to one side. But yeah, very nice packaging from Smok here. Really surprised on the packaging. It's really nicely put together. So that's to one side, and that's it, guys and girls. Got the logo on, Smok, registered trademark. Some people like that, some people don't. And on the other side it's got RSBT hybrid. Now this is a full stainless steel and Pyrex tank atomizer. The drip tip we'll start with, which is very nice. It's a Pyrex glass drip tip and stainless steel bottom. One O-ring, which is a clear type O-ring, and really thick glass. I like it. I think it's a little bit long, but really nice addition. Really nice addition, that. The first tank atomizer I've come across that gives you a glass drip tip with it. And this is a 22mm device. Like I said before, stainless steel. It's got a stainless steel outer sleeve, so we'll take that off first. It spins off. Very nice. Quite solid at the top there as well. It's really nice. It's like a brushed stainless steel finish to it, but yeah, it's very nice. Now what we've got here is what I would call a fogger or K-Fun type build in there, a look about it, and it's got a fill hole on the top. This supposedly holds 4mm of juice. So when I'm not going to do a cloth. I've built it already. It's a single coil. It's dead easy to build. I'll show you the build in a minute. I've just got to mark a coil in there, and it's supposed to take 4mm of juice. So I've got 4mm of juice here in my syringe ready, and all we do is we'll take this off now, and it's got some knurling around the top here. So we'll just screw this off, and that's it. It comes off. That top cap pushes out of the glass to reveal the glass tank, and the glass tank's nice and thick. It looks like it's got flamed edge on both sides, because it's really smooth, very nice tank. There's your top cap with your fill hole screw, and there's one clear type O-ring on there, translucent O-ring. And then that's the chimney, which is very reminiscent to a K-Fun. This is a one piece, that doesn't come off there. This is a one piece chimney. That's it. Nothing much to say about that, to be honest. Stainless steel again. And this is the deck area. Now it's a thumb screws. It's quite easy to build. It's very easy to build. I use a screwdriver. Let's put my light back on. I use a screwdriver, little one, that I wrap my microcoils around, and whilst it's sitting in there, you just hold it in position and then wrap your coils around the posts and then screw the thumb screws down. And I found it really easy to coil, to be honest. And there's the airflow hole underneath, right directly underneath the coil. Now I've been using this, like I say, with this microcoil on, which is, I'll show you now. It's about a 1.13 ohm coil. That's 9 wraps of 28 gauge cantful on there around this screwdriver. I can get it out. I always like to show you the screwdriver that I use. It's just one of these little small ones that you get. So yeah, right, on the bottom there is a great airflow system. I think it's very good airflow system. What you've got there is you've got 5 air holes there. 5 air holes and a right at the edge there's a stopper. So you can have 1 air hole, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can have all 5 air holes open if you want, so you can choose how many air holes you have open on this. I've been having it all open, fully open like that, and sort of like doing a long inhales with it, which you can with this atomizer. It's really nice, good quality as well. On the bottom you've got an adjustable 510 screw. Now if you take this screw out, let me just get my bigger screwdriver. If you unscrew this screw, there it is. You unscrew the screw, which is very tiny. Inside there's an O-ring and a little tiny spring, which you've got 2 spare of in the pack. So just be careful you don't lose that when you unscrew the if you end up unscrewing the Phillips screw out of the bottom. But yeah, that's a nice addition. You can have an adjustable 510 pin. It's all marked up on the bottom what it is, designed by Smok, and then the model number, CE markings. But yeah, it's a really well designed atomizer. The airflow control ring is really nice, It's not too loose and it's not too tight. It works a treat, So what we'll do now is I'll show you how to put the cotton wick in this. How I've been doing it, because with these type of builds, the bottom coil designs, is you don't want too much wick sticking out of these holes here. So we'll just get some cotton wick. I've got it here. If you can unravel the ball. You don't need much in this at all. Don't need much at all. Like I said, too much wick in this, and I don't think it's going to wick properly for you. So I've just been sort of twisting it. I'll take it off here. I find it easier to do. And what we're doing is we're just going to shove this wick through the hole and pull. So I do a twist and pull type here. Quite a lot there. I'll just cut that off right. So that's what you've got. Now it's pulled through. Now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut it off flush with the deck, flush with this part here, and right flush. That's it. And the same on the other side. What I do is I get a pair of tweezers, and I just sort of work it. See, like, that's a bit raggy and they're sticking out too much, so you need to trim more off. But yeah, it's so what we've got here now I'll show you when I finished it. It's more or less flush. Doesn't matter if you've got it hanging over a little bit, but just try and cut it off as flush as you can to this part of the deck here where it sticks out. And then I don't pre juice it or anything like that. I don't think it needs it from my experience with it. And then all we do is we put the tank section back together. We put the top cap on to the tank like that, just pushes on. We put the chimney piece on here, and what you've got is a little bit sticking out there and a little tiny bit there. You don't have to have them sticking out. You don't have to have loads of cotton in there. If you have loads of cotton, it'll stop it wicking. Then we put the tank on, and just make sure you catch your threads, and then just screw your tank section onto your base, just like that. Screws up really nice. The threads are really nice on this. Undo your top fill screw. So there's no O-ring on there, but I haven't had any leaks. I haven't seen any leaking out from the top. And then fill it up. Now I would recommend filling up with a syringe with all these type tanks, because if you shove a needle bottle into the top of there, it creates pressure inside the tank, and then it'll force juice through, more juice than needed, into the chimney section of the tank, and then it'll probably force out through the holes. So try to use a syringe if possible, or something smaller in diameter than the fill hole, so the air can come out as you're filling the tank up with juice. And I just fill it on an angle like I always do with these tanks, and then we'll go ahead and put this juice in. I always try and fill me tanks up slowly. I don't force the juice in. And we'll see how much we can get in here. It says 4 mil. 3 to 4 mil of juice. Right. So got a little bubble at the top there. I could probably force another 1/2 mil in there, but I've used 3 mil in there, and that's near enough full now. I wouldn't go much more than that, to be honest. I always like to leave a little bit of a gap in the top of the tank. Put your screw back on, your fill screw. They're easy to fill, this, dead easy, with it being top fill. And get your outer sleeve, slide it over, screw it down, that's it. Get your drip tip, pop your drip tip on, and that's it. Now sizing, not including the 510 at the bottom and not including the drip tip, it is 47 millimeters. If you include the drip tip, it is 72 millimeters, including the drip tip. Both them dimensions were not including the 510. So it is quite a tall tank with the drip tip, but you could. I've tried other drip tips on it, and they fit nicely. There's just a Stingray style one, which looks quite okay on there. I've got my Stingray. The Stingray one doesn't actually fit very well because it's a double O-ring, so you've got a gap on it. The wall's not deep enough for that. But you've got Vicious Ant style drip tip, which looks quite nice on it. So yeah, you can use all drip tips I've tried fit. Well, we'll go with the one that it comes with. And then what we do is you can set your airflow whenever you want. I've set it to wide open at the moment, which is all the holes open. But this round the bottom here, this airflow ring is really nice. It's really nice. And I'm just going to stick it on to. I'll just unscrew this 510 slightly. I'm going to stick it on my 69 clone. Just take the top cap off first, because that's the way it needs to be set up. Just make sure I'm getting contact. That's it. Screw her on. Now I'll close the airflow off for this for a second, just while I'll have a couple of primer puffs. Just get the juice through and open the air holes, and we'll have a vape and see what it's like. Fantastic. The flavour from this is as good as as good. What can I say? It's nearly as good as a dripper. The flavour from what I'm getting from this with that build, obviously the build's gonna be a factor in what the flavour and the vapour you get from it, but it's really nice. The flavour's really good. I've got some 50/50 Yorkshire fog in here because it's now my all-day vape, and I know what that tastes like in a dripper, and this is just as good than if I do it by dripping it in a dripper. It is really good. The airflow, I like to vape it with all the air holes open, because I like a bit more of a wide open draw, because I'm a bit of a dripping fan at the moment. So I like tanks with quite an airy draw, and what I do, I take it into my lungs rather than a normal vape. It's beautiful. It is beautiful. I've had no leaks with it. I've had no flooding issues with it. I've had no flooding through the air holes. So as long as you keep the cotton wicks really flush with the where it comes out, where the two slits are in the deck, cut it really flush. It wicks superbly. And it is, in my opinion, it's a fantastic tank. It holds what? Well, I put 3 mil. There's a mil left in there, so I put 3 mil of juice in there. So it holds 3 mil of juice as well. It's not the biggest capacity. I could have squeezed another probably 0.5 mil in there, but like I say, I always like to leave that little bit of a gap. But for me, I mean, it doesn't look that bad really at all on the 69. It is a bit long. Like I said, it's it's quite a long tank, but aesthetically it looks really nice. The airflow system is really good on it. Really surprised me from Smok, because when Elegant Vapor, Phil asked me at Elegant Vapor to review it for him, I went, oh, not really. I'm not really a Smok fan. I've had a couple of things Smok, and they've been, apart from the RSBT, which they're supposed to be the brother of. I didn't really get on with any Smok products, but this has really surprised me, the flavour and the vapour from it. If anybody's after one of these, or after a tank, this is £26 currently on Elegant Vapor. So it's in the price range of a Fogger or a Spy Nautilus. I think the Spy Nautilus you can get it for a little bit less, but this is rebuildable, and it's an easy rebuild, and it's really good with the marker coil and cotton. It's really good. I would be happy to say to people to get one of these. It is that good, and it's really surprised me, the flavour and the vapour I was getting from it when I first started using it, because I've been using it now for a few days just to make sure it had no leaks, and it hasn't, and it's been superb. So I can't really say anything else about it really. I've praised it up that much, and it's gone under the radar a little bit, to be honest. I think this one, for me, I didn't know much about it. I'd seen Paulie Meatball's review on it, and Elegant Vape asked me to review it, test it out, and which I have done, and it's superb. I'll take another vape. It's fantastic. It is really good. I'm not going to say it again, but it is really but yeah, it's great. I would recommend this to anybody wanting a tank system that you can rebuild it easily enough with marker coil and cotton, single coil, no faffing around with dual coils, and it vapes like a dream. Really good flavour, really good vapour, stainless steel and glass, £26, top filling through the screw hole. You could take it out, last you all day. Average vapour, an average person vaping lasts them most of the day, with 3 mil in there, 3.5 mil in there. Great. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Any questions or comments on the video, just leave them under the video on YouTube, or you can get in contact with me on the forum. Richo71 is the avatar, and ask the questions on there. If you think I've missed anything out on it, guys, just ask me the question, and I I can hopefully answer it for you. But thanks again for watching, and thank you to Elegant Vapor for sending this out to me. Thank you very much, guys and girls. Bye.